Good morning, students. Now, after studying what is staffing and what are the various steps in staffing process, now we will study the aspects of staffing. Aspects means components or the elements of staffing. There are three different aspects of staffing, that is recruitment, selection, and training and development. We will study all these three, recruitment, selection, and training, in details. But first, we will start with recruitment. Now, what is recruitment? Already we have discussed recruitment is a process of finding a possible candidate for a job or for a function, and recruitment can be done easily with the help of advertisement through several means. The object of recruitment is to attract potential employees with the necessary characteristics or qualification in the adequate number for the jobs available. If more number of people will apply, then it will be easier for the employee to select suitable candidates. Clear. The various activities involved in the process of recruitment includes, the first one is identification of the different sources of labor supply, means what are the different sources from where they will choose the employees, the prospective employees. Second one is assessment of their validity. There are different sources for the recruitment of employees, prospective employees. So first the company has to assess that whatever source they are choosing for recruitment, it should be valid. Then the third one is choosing the most suitable source or sources when they will assess. Then the next step is to choose the best source which will be helpful in selecting. And the last one is inviting application from the prospective candidates for the vacancies. When the sources will be selected or the source will be selected, then they can give advertisement, they can promote, and they can attract the employees to apply for the vacancies or for the job in the organization. It is very must, because when you have to select somebody, it should be best among all the applicants. Clear? Now, the next is the sources of recruitment. There are two different types, that is the internal source and the external source. As the name suggests, internal sources are such sources, that is when candidates are invited from within or inside the organization to apply for the job. In internal source, vacant positions are filled by the existing employees only. And in case of external sources, candidates from outside are invited to fill the vacancies or to apply for the job. Clear? So we will start with the internal sources of recruitment. There are two different types, that is promotion and transfers. Promotion means the shifting of an employee from one job to another, or you can say that from one department to another, or from one shift to another, without a subsequent change in the responsibilities and status of the employees. It may lead to the change in the duties and responsibilities or working condition, and many more, but not necessary the salary. Transfer is considered to be a good source of filling the vacancies by using the existing employees, because it may prove to be as a providing the in-job training to the various employees. And transfer also helps in maintaining the understaffed department to the overstaffed department. Whereas promotion means the shifting of an employee to a higher position with higher responsibilities along with the higher pay, status, and facilities. Promotion generally helps to improve the motivation, loyalty, and satisfaction level of the employees. It also put a high psychological impact over the employees, because when a person joins any job, they always look for the promotion to have a good career in their future. Clear? Now, now we will study what are the benefits of internal sources of recruitment. The first one is it provides motivation to the employees to improve their performance, no doubt. Just we have discussed that promotion and transfer are the two ways of internal sources. So, promotion, no doubt, motivates the morale or boost up the morale of the employees. The second one is it is a simple and reliable way of recruitment. In internal source, we have to recruit, we have to take care of those vacancies with the help of the existing employees. So it is very easy either to transfer or to promote the uh, already employed people of the organization. Clear? And the third one is it is also considered as the tool of training. So transfer is considered to be the tool of training which helps any employee to prepare them for the higher jobs and for other different types of the job. Transfer has the benefit of shifting workforce from the surplus department to those department where there is a shortage of staff. So the organization will have no department with over or no neither a department with overstaffing or nor a department with the understaffing. The internal source of recruitment is very cheaper and less time consuming than the external one, because in external source you have to first publish the advertisement, then wait for the applicants to apply for the job, then you have to recruit the then you have to go through the applications, then you have to shortlist. It is a very lengthy process and costly also. Clear? Now, what are the limitations of the internal sources? No doubt, everything has got both the pros and cons. So, what is the first limitation? When vacancies are filled with the internal promotion or with the transfer, there is the scope of fresh talent is reduced. You have to carry out your works with the existing or the old employees. Clear? And internal recruitment is also not suitable for the new enterprises. When you are starting a new enterprises, no doubt you have to use the external sources only. The third one is low productivity due to frequent transfers. No doubt, frequent transfers makes the people lethargic and they start losing interest in their work. So it will reduce the productivity of the organization. The spirit of competition also hampered when only internal sources are taken care of, because they know that even after a certain period of time either they will be promoted or they will be transferred. Clear? This leads to the lethargic nature in the employees. Clear? But with all those pros and cons, no doubt internal source of recruitment is the most used source by the organization. But all the vacancies cannot be filled through internal recruitment. So an enterprise has to tap external sources for various positions. There may be many reasons. One of the reason may be that the existing staff may be insufficient or they must not be able to fulfill the eligibility criteria of the job. So, external recruitment provides wide choice and brings new blood in the organization. The most common or the commonly used external sources of recruitments are here. Clear? There are 10 given different sources of recruitment that we will study in detail. The first one is direct recruitment. As the name suggests, under the direct recruitment, a notice is placed on the notice board of the enterprises specifying the details of the jobs available. It is just like a walk-in. Means if you are looking for a job, you will find the job available or wanted notice pasted or sticking on the notice board of the organization, you can directly walk in and you can go for the interview for the recruitment. Clear, it is suitable for the filling casual vacancies when there is a rush of work or when some permanent workers are absent. Clear. The second one is casual callers. Generally, when advertisements of any job is published in the newspaper or in any of the media, then uh, even if for the one post, so many applicants are there who apply for the job. Many organizations they keep the database of unsolicited applicants in their office. Such lists are taken care of whenever there is a vacancy arises in the organization, and if there is an emergency for the recruitment. Clear. Then the casual callers or the database of such applicants are searched for the next suitable candidates. The third one is advertisement. Advertisement is the source. It is used when wider choice is required for the senior position. At that time advertisement is given in the print media so that it will reach to a wider audience. Next, employment exchange. Employment exchange is run by the government and it is regarded as a good source of recruitment for the skilled and unskilled operative jobs. Generally, it helps as a matchmaking in between the demand and supply by acting as a link between the job seekers and the employees. As a job seeker, a candidate can register themselves with the government run employment exchange, and the employees sorry, who wants to recruit the people, they also have to register in the employment exchange, and time by time they should look for the CV or the resume of the suitable candidate which they want to hire for their organization. Clear. The next one is management consultant and placement agencies. Placement agencies they provide a nationwide service in matching person's demand and supply. They also acts means management consultants and placement agencies they both acts like a employment exchange. The difference is that employment exchange is governed by the government and these are the private agencies. Clear. They helps in recruiting technical professional and managerial person. They are specialized in providing middle level and top level executive placements. Clear. Now the next one is campus recruitment. It is a very common term that we generally used in our day-to-day life. Recruitment is done from the professional, technical and managerial educational institutions. While the students are still in studying in the organization, generally recruitment of such students are done. It is a well-established practice of the business. Clear. Means the prospective candidates are recruited from the educational institutions itself. The next source of recruitment is recommendation and labor contract. Recommendation means recommended by the existing employees, means applicants are introduced by the existing employees or by their friends and relatives, and they are considered to be the good source of recruitment because there is a because there is no requirement of preliminary screening because the present employees know them very well, both the companies as well as the candidates. Clear. Now the labor contract. Labor contract means the required number of unskilled workers can be supplied at a short notice through labor contracts. If workers are required, then the company may contact with some contractor which are there, which can provide with the required number of unskilled laborers. For advertising a job, not only the print medias are used, the electronic media are also used by the firm. The detailed requirement of the job, company, and the qualification required of the candidates are published on the various channels of the television, Clear. And the last one is web publishing. Just like management consultant or placement agencies, we find such type of websites on the internet also. So websites, they are specially designed and dedicated for the purpose of providing information about job openings and job seekers. Such type of websites are naukri.com, jobstreet.com, indeed.com, monster.com. So these websites offer a space uh, where both job seekers and employees, they can meet with each other. Clear. So these are the various sources of external source of recruitment. Now what are the merits of the external source of recruitment? The first one is qualified professional. By using external source, the management can attract qualified and trained people to apply for the vacant job in the organization. The second one is when vacancies are advertised, then a large number of applicants from the world, you can say, they can apply. So management got generally they get a wider choice while selecting the people from for the employment. Fresh talent, the present employees, already we have discussed that the present employee may be insufficient or not eligible to fulfill the specifications, but external requirement provide wider choice and brings new blood in the organization. But yes, it is expensive and time consuming, as the steps of external requirement is more. Clear. And the competitive spirit, if a company is tapping external resources, the existing staff will work hard, will work more to show their better performance, as they have to compete with the outsiders. Okay. Now we will discuss the various limitations of external sources. No doubt it gives it rises the dissatisfaction among the existing staff. They may feel their chances of promotion is getting reduced. Already I have said that it is a lengthy process, have to wait to initiate the process, but first they have to give the advertisement, then they have to wait for the applicants to apply for the job. And now already we know that it is a lengthy process, so no doubt it is going to be costly also, because a lot of money has to be spent on advertisement and processing of applications. Clear. I hope now you must have understood what is recruitment, what are its various sources, both internal and external, what are the different ways of recruiting internally and externally, and what are the various demerits and merits of both the sources. Thanks a lot for your patience hearing. Okay, thanks.